feel a little rattle, so that means the tensioner is failing already. So we're gonna replace the tensioner and all the four tuning belts and water pump and components. Secure your car with the jack stands. Take off the wheel and remove this shield right here, all the way right here. So take all those clips. This tool, or you can use a flathead screwdriver, and make sure you buy some these clips. You can buy on online, Amazon, it's like $20, $50, and it has all kinds of clips. So then, even if you break them, then you can replace them all. Like you see right there, it broke. So they're all brittle and too old now. Even if you're trying to be very gentle, they will break. So just go all the way around and take off this splash shield. So then there is like one here, one here, one here, and a 10mm ball right here. Somewhere here. Right here. There's a 10 right there, and right there. So just go around and remove all this plastic. Once you remove all the clips behind this plastic thing, there's three bolts right there, 3 screws, and there's like at least 3 more clips right here. They're gonna break. So just there's still one right there. But as you can see, there's out. This one's a screw. There's your splash shield, and once you turn here, as you can see, there is your harmonica balancer. This is a 19mm bolt, so that's the one you have to lose to take out the pulley. And as you can see, I think it's leaking from the crankshaft seal, so I'm gonna replace it all too. I already bought it too as well. See, right there. Okay. Remove your engine cover, just right there, and then your intake plastic, and then so you can access to the negative terminal. Remove it on the side. From this point, I'm gonna start removing I'm gonna remove this hose, this one right here for the power steam pump, and then I'm gonna remove the serpentine belt, so then I'm gonna lose this one too, the 10 right here, to have more play here, and then I'm gonna remove this water pump and put it on the side on top of the block, so then it's not on my way, so I can access to those two bolts right there for the motor mount. So right here, let me see, right there, it's a 40 millimeter socket. You see right there is the, so just push towards the back. As you can see, I can reroute my or undo my serpentine belt. Your serpentine belt. Use a 12 millimeter socket right there. So one of the bolts is right there. You already use it for the water pump. I mean, water pump, steering pump. And the other one's on the bottom right here. It's pretty easy to access. So once you break it loose, just like that. Just two bolts holding the power steering pump. So here's one, and this one, as you can see, is already loose. The other one is right here on the back. And once you break it loose, it's they're pretty loose, and not too tight. You can do it by hand. So they're the same size, and you can just leave them right here in this little compartment there. So if you want, you can just unplug this thing. You can take it out. So I'm gonna remove this hose, so then I can put it on top of the engine. Just put a rack here, so because it's gonna spill some power steering fluid. It's okay. After I remove this, the two bolts for the water power steering pump, this reservoir, I just fit underneath this AC hose right here, and I'm not gonna disconnect this hose. I'm gonna put the whole assembly on top of this block, and so I don't have to bleed the system or put more power steering. So what I did so far is I took the 10 right here on this bracket right here. I took a 10 off, and then I took this 10 right here on the bracket for the AC, I mean for the computer CM, and one right here holding this box right there for the fuses, and then it'll pop up. And right here on the back it has two clips right there for the bracket holds the fuse box right there. So just just pinch this little clip right there, one there and one here, so then you can raise up and get out of the way the box. And it's holding my thing right here, the hood holder thing. So I removed this, didn't remove, I just loosened it so you can slide it, the tray at the bottom. And I do believe there is one right there, but it's missing it. So as you can see, the whole assembly is loose already. So I'm just gonna take out this cover for the computer. So then I can and as you can see, here is the computer. So nothing is holding the computer, only this harness right there. So just take the whole thing out of the way. Just unplug this right here, these 3 connectors right there. So way down. Right there. Just gonna pinch this little clip right there down and pull out. So on this side. So 1, 2, 3. And right here, there's a little clip right there, little bracket holding the harness. Right there. So I can't do it by one hand, so just slice. Use a flat screwdriver right there. So after you remove that little bracket right there, harness right there, then just slide it out, slide it out. Here is your computer, so you don't have to remove the bracket on the bottom. So it's very simple and basic. So you just basically remove this bolt, this one holding the box, these two, this for the hose for the AC, and then the connectors. This one was missing it, so I'm gonna put a 10 liter on, and the one on the back right here, just slide it, leave it there so you don't lose it, just slide it. So there you go. So here is your this one right there. So have more space here to move this on the side, so you can fit out this and put it on top of the block with the whole reservoir. So this one is out already. Connector. There is one holding this one right here. It's from the bottom. So get some pliers. You may want to go ahead and remove this little clip that goes right there, that holds this little power steering, power and AC right here, so then it's not on your way. So then once you're there, you can just pretty much put the whole assembly on the side. You can take this thing off if you want to, but you don't have to. So as you can see right there, got my covers right there, timing covers right there. I'm gonna remove those 1, 2, and right here, and that one right there, and I'm gonna go down there and remove this serpentine aero assembly right here. So okay, so there's your power steering pump. So we're gonna remove two 14s right there for the motor mount, and 3 17s, one right there, one on the bottom right there, and one on the other side of the bracket. Just down there, that one, and those one right there. 17 and 2 14s right there. So when you put them back, make sure they line up the holes right there, so then you don't strip the bolts. And you want to support your engine from the oil pan right there. I put a wooden piece of black right there, and my jack stand right here. So then this one is holding your all the way from the engine, not all the way, but some of the weight. So then you don't have to line up the bolts when you put them back again. So don't, once you put it up, don't remove it, because you're gonna have a hard time to line up those bolts. So at this point, I'm just gonna go ahead and get the one out. I use my other bar because this one is out. Okay, so once you remove these two bolts right here, then you can lose this one right there in the middle, so you can have access to the ones on the back, one here and one on the other side. I already took this one. So You see right there, the 17, where my thumb is right there. Right there. And one is on the other side, so just a little bracket right here, this metal bracket right there, it has a little hook right there, so it matches right here, line up with this little hole right there. So take out this, put it on this side, and of course you have to remove this little bracket too as well, this ground. So just remove it and leave the little bolt right there, so then you don't lose it. As well as I left this one right here for the bracket, and this is just the bracket for the motor mount. So it's right there. So right here. Just leave it there somewhere else, and then so you have a 17 right there, and another 17 right there for the motor mount. So let's see if this is 17. Okay. One. Still. So both, I do believe both are the same size. The one on the bottom right here on this side is smaller. It's this one right here, so it's a shorter one. So two long ones for the size and one small one. And here is your motor mount. So I have a new one. Since I'm here already, I'm gonna put a new one since I have a spare one here. So okay, so I'm gonna remove this tensioner, supporting tensioner from the bottom, and remove all these timing covers bolts right there. So it's making progress. So okay, I'm here on the bottom, so take this out at 12 and another 12 right here. Take this pulley right here. So it's 2 bolts only, 1 12 and 1 12 right there. And whoever worked on this car in the past, they left loose these bolts. So more. Move around so that you can get it from down here. You can always take it from the front top. Okay. Let me go see if I can do it from the top. So it's right here. No, most like this. I mean, you can do it once you take out the bracket here, but I think I'm gonna take it from down. Yes, I'm gonna do it from the bottom. I use my other hand too. So you got right here you other half of the bracket. So there's a 14 right there, one, and there's one right there inside this hole right here, the 14, and there is another short one on the bottom down there. One, 2, and 3. 3 14s. One right here, super long. Okay, so the longest, the longer one goes right here by the timing belt cover. There are 2, and I'm gonna have to take one more right here. these ones looks kind of long too, so they're the same size. The ones on the top, they're too long, the longest one, and the short one goes on the bottom. So here's the bracket. So I'm gonna go ahead and remove this stand right there, all my timing covers, and then the harmonic balancer. At this point I'm gonna break this loose. I kind of line up my camshaft with on time. So number 1 right there. I don't know if you can see it right there. And after I take this out, I'm gonna take the harmonic balance out, and I'm gonna make sure that I'm gonna take out the covers and motor mount bracket, and then check my marks. Here I go. See if I can get a different angle. There we go. Here we go. Well, it didn't do it, so I had to use my cheater bar. So this is the setup, and this is how I ended up breaking loose, taking out the bolt. So I ended up getting this tool to hold the pulley. I put a ratchet right there. And then I got a 19mm, the regular one, not the fat ones. The special ones didn't do the job, so I got 3 different kinds of power tools and compressor. I got these 2 as well, and this bolt was like super sealed. So then I done in the past on some other Honda Odysseys, and it just come pretty easy, but this one was very hard to take off. And so what I ended up doing, I bought one of these torch at Walmart for like $22, and I heated the bolt for at least 3, 4, 5 minutes, and then I preset this really quick and use these 2 long extension bars and a long one, plus my cheater bar, which is that right here, all the way there. It's about a yard, maybe like no more than 3 feet. It's about 5 feet maybe. I put it inside this one right here. Like that, all the way here. And I went from here all the way down here, and it's not. So in order to have a nice leverage, make this thing straight, and then support with something here. In this case I put this little chair and a box on top of it, so they just to kind of like hold it. Or if you have someone to help you out to hold it, this one, then that would be nice. But in my case, I had no one to help me out. So there is the stupid ball right there. Right there, this thing is super sealed. So I ended up using my torch and heat it like where the washer is and where this between this little gap right there, where the nut sits right there, the little washer right there. So I pretty much heat it up all the way around, no here nor here, but only on top of the washer and on top of this little lip right there. So then I guess that's the heating the ball did the job. Alright, so now it's the time of taking out the harmonica balancer out. You see this little key right there, it goes one way. When you take it out, don't lose it because you're gonna need it. So this is how it looks. Your timing belt covers out. This is where the pulley goes on the top. This thing goes on the back, and motor mount, it goes on the bottom. And you can see where you can check your marks right there. So basically it has 10 millimeters. The one on the bottom has more. I think it has 7, 4, 5, 6, 7, and the one on the tops, they have 5 on each side, 3 on the bottom and 2 on the top, right there. So this is the left, this is the right, and so the motor mount goes right here. So when you put them back, you have to make sure they have this little groove where they assemble. So you see right there, so they're all 10s and they're the same size, so you won't get it wrong. They're all right here. So now I already put on time my timing belt marks, as you can see right there, that little arrow right here. So, right there, so the little arrow right there with the screwdriver is right there, little arrow coming down, have to match this part right here, so it had to be pretty much 12 o'clock. So let's take out this washer to take a closer look. This washer, it has a little concave, so you just put a little mark so then you know which way it goes, but it has a little concave. It's kind of like bulging up on this side, and the flat surface goes on the front, so like a little belly right there goes on the back, and also you can see it's more shiny on the back than on the front. So you see right here, so this goes on the back. Okay, so the mark that I was talking about is the one on the top that I already told you right here, and the one right there. Well, my screwdriver is right there, it's on top of the key. those two, they had to line up 12 o'clock, as well as one on the top right here. Let me go around and show you guys. See right there. I have to turn off my compressor because it's making some noise. Right there, you see number 1 right here on the bottom, right there is 1, and there is another little mark right there. So those two, they had to line up or match. So once you line up this one should be also matching this one on the bottom right here, on the back. I mean, there's one line right there, and that line has to match right here. So you may want to use marker to line up, to trace a little line, so then you make sure it's lining up and matching this one and this one as well, right there. So it's kind of tricky when you look at different angles. It looks like it's not matching, but it is. So to double check, you can use a ruler or something that is straight, and go from this side to this side. Now that everything is on time, right there, the little arrow right there, right there, with this one on the crankshaft. So those things are lining up. While doing this, I'm draining my coolant, and I'm gonna remove these 2 tents with this bracket right here. 1, 2 right there, and so then I can take this out easier. Once you remove the 2 tents, the little bracket comes out. Let's remove the hydraulic tensioner here, 2 tents right there. So then it will release the pressure on the tension on the belt. So then we can take out the belt and remove all those components. It's already leaking, and that's why it's not putting a lot of tension on the pulley, so making a little rattle sound. So that's one of the reasons I wanted to replace this tiny belt too. So don't reuse it. Even if it looks good, don't reuse it. Not worth it. So once you remove you can undo all the tiny belt. Don't forget to make sure that key stays in place so you can take it out either way. take out the water pump. So all things right here. There's one right there. There's another one right here, and one here, one there, and one in the bottom somewhere there. So there are 5 total. So I have to remove the water pump with those 5 tens around. Compare your water pumps. These pulleys, tensioners, and this pulley right here. You have to transfer only on this side, this bolt on the new one. This one is pretty bad, and the old one you have to transfer the bolt and the sleeve. There is a sleeve right here, and goes right here. Okay. Right there, and this sleeve goes on the water pump like that. So once you put your water pump, then you can put this one on top, and then this one next, or whichever is easier for you. So I'm glad that I'm replacing this pump. It looks they never done it before in the past, and the pump, it looks pretty good, okay still, but the gasket is all swollen, and it doesn't even match anymore there. And as you can see right there, it was already leaking. So that's a good thing. I replacing everything. So let's go ahead and put the water pump first. So here's the water pump. Just once you line up the dowels inside, 2 dowels, one here and one here on this side, it'll hold the pump in place, and you can lube with the same coolant a little bit around the gasket, and then just put it there. And then once there, just put your 5 bolts around the pump just by hand, and then torque it to the to 8.7 foot-pounds. Okay, let me start again. Okay, 8.7 foot-pounds. One more right here. There we go. 8.7 foot-pounds. So now I'm gonna put the eyelet pulley and the tensioner right there, and we're pretty much making a lot of progress so far. So here's your torque specifications for the 2 components right there. So this one holds for 33 foot-pounds, and the other one, which is this one right here, it calls for right there 19 foot-pounds. So before installing them, put some Loctite, so then it's better to do that. just add the 2 bolts, a little bit of Loctite, so then you seal the bolts on. And the other one is already in there. That one is at 33 foot-pounds, and the other one is only 19 foot-pounds. So this one going in right now. So the sleeve is in there already. So let me show you. So the sleeve is this part right here. So from the old one, you need to transfer this sleeve onto the new one. There you go. I already cleaned it. So okay, so water pump is in place. This pulley is in place already. This one, so I'm just gonna show you the bolt is right there. The sleeve is in the back right here, which fits into the little groove for the water pump right there. And you bolt 14mm, and calls for 19 foot-pounds of torque. Put some Loctite too, which I did already. Okay, there you go. So now it's just cleaning down here where the crankshaft sits, and right there around my belt, and I should be going down here now. There you go. Water pump, pulleys, pulley, and I need to fit the ring right here, and put the timing belt and the bracket and the tensioner. After you clean your sprocket right here for the camshaft right here, clean on the back right there, all the grime and the grease. Just line up this. And but I have to take out the key first. There you go. Right there. And your key has a little shape, so it goes this way. So the flat part, straight flat part, goes on the top, like that. There you go. And that's where your timing mark is, right there, or top of my finger. So I'm gonna start rerouting the timing belt. Start rerouting your timing belt. Once you have it like that, put the bracket, so then this bracket kind of holds in place the
timing belt here on the bottom, so then you can stretch it and fit it through all the pulleys and the water pump and all the components. So go here, and I already got it this far right here. Through this already. It looks nice and tight, no slack. On this side, everything looks in place. See, make sure. Let's see. Make sure. Zoom in. Okay, anyways, so just make sure every groove falls into the little groove right there for the timing belt. Go around, shouldn't be any slacks. So just make sure your time marks are in place. This is on 1 still. Still on 1 right there. So I won't be able to show you how to route this, but I'll show you when I'm done. Okay guys, let me show you something about the timing marks. So just want to be 100% precise. So I use this little screwdriver. So then I placed it in the timing mark right here on the backing plate, and then right here on this prop, so they both line up nice. See right there, and same thing here on the back. So like I said, no slack here on the top as well. Around they come in the back, so everything looks nice. So the slack should be on this side. So the tension is right there, brand new. So all I have to do is pull this out. Let's see, and it'll release the tensioner. Put some pressure on the pulley against the belt. There you go. It's coming. There you go. So right there. So there is no more slack. See? No slack here. No slack here whatsoever. Here, everything looks lined up, so I'm gonna rotate it two times to the point to match the 12 right there. Let's say two 12s, 2 spins of 12s. So then my timing marks on the top should be matching. If not, then something is wrong. So after rotating the crankshaft bolt, everything matches my 3 marks on the one here, and let me show you. So you might want to find your own way to measure your marks. See, there is a mark right there, and I'm using a flat screwdriver. It looks very straight. There you the one right there. The one right there. So same here on the back. My two time marks, they match. Everything looks nice and tight. Looks like every single teeth looks aligned with the timing belt too as well. Here too on the back as well. So I'm just gonna go ahead and put everything back. Let's see if I can record some of the stuff. It's pretty much from this point, after checking your timing marks, it's pretty much putting everything backwards, like on the back on the car. So after you line up your and make sure that your timing marks are okay, and so go ahead and put your bracket, motor mount bracket right there. So 3/14, 1, 2, right here inside the bracket, and one on the bottom right here. So there are two. This one, the one on the bottom, that's the short one. So the longest ones are on top. So this is nice and tight, and put a 10 right here, the 10 to pull your harness, your bracket right there. So then go ahead and put your timing belt cover, the one on the top, on the bottom first. And you can see those little grooves right there. So that's what the ones on the top is gonna sit, one here and one on the other side right there. So I'm gonna go ahead and put the one on the bottom. I put my timing cover. So there are 7 total. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 5, 6, and 7 right there. Right here in the back. So everything is secure. So you can go either put the ones on the top first, or you can start putting your harmonica balancer here. So after putting the time cover on the back, then I put the harmonica balancer, and then I tie this to the specifications, which is right here for the bolt. This is right there. It says 47 foot-pounds plus another 60 degrees, which I do believe it ends 180 foot-pounds. So there you go, guys. So I'm gonna go ahead and put my two timing covers on the top. Okay, there's the timing cover for the back, guys. There's 5 bolts, and there's 1, 2, wait a second, 1 in the middle, pretty much 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and just make sure you put the timing cover on the little groove that those the timing cover on the bottom has. Let's see if I can show you this little lip right there, little groove that has to kind of match this one on the top. So those little grooves, just slide it in, There you go. Show you close up. Right there. See? And then for your 5 bolts, 1, just guide them by hand first. There you go. So while working on your car, try to clean as you go. Like, what I mean, try to clean if you want. Have a nice and clean car. So 1, 2, 3. There's one more right here on the bottom. And one more, I believe, somewhere here. Right there. I think. Yep, it's right there. It's right there. Right there. So there are your timing covers. 1, 2 on top, 1 on the bottom. So next thing, I'm gonna start working on this area. So before I put this back, I'm gonna have to put this first down here, so then I don't have to fight it back later on. Next, install your serpentine arrow pulley right here. The one right here is a 14 and the one on the bottom is a 12. 2 bolts. So I'm already working on this side, so then I'm gonna replace this motor mount. It's the same. This one is all beat up. See right there. just make sure you check your motor mounts. So you see, this one's brand new. So I used to have another Honda Odyssey, so then I never got to replace this one because the other one was okay, but then I ended up having this brand new here, so which works out for this car too, for 2011. So 3/17 for your motor mount. Bracket right there, 1 and 2. Put first this one, then you can put your bracket. So then you have if you put this first, then this knuckle is gonna be on your way to torque their bolt right there. So put first this and then second this one. Make sure this little bushings, they go in the middle, and then just line up your bolt. And then you just do it by hand so that you don't mess them up, the thread. So let me torque these two and then come back with this one. So once you line up these two, torque them, and then you slide this and feed it through, and then torque this one too. So you go first, the one here, you put your bracket on top, these two first, and then the last one right here. So now I'm gonna put this underneath here to put it where it goes. And as you can see, I didn't have to disconnect any of the hoses for the power steering, so I don't have to bleed the system. So it works. Everybody has their own way of working. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this feed through here and the reservoir down here, and that should be almost pretty much done, because this is pretty easy to put it back. This box, the fuse box, and the computer, the AISIN right here, computer. So you put your bracket, then don't forget about this ground right here, the 10. It's a little bracket right there that is holding on top of the motor mount, and there's another 10 for your box right here. And so as you can see, I had the power steering pump on this side. I fed it through underneath here. So 2 bolts, 1 and 1 down there, so it's in place. You can plug in your plug right there. So this is in place. Actually, I'm gonna take it out and just put it on the side for now. I have to put this and the computer back on. Okay, so the computer with the bracket, I just put it back. It's 110 right there. This holding this bracket. 1 more down there. You see right there at 10. And the one right here on the back that you don't have to take it out, just loose it and slice off the bracket. So 3. So if you're working and you're taking off your computer, you disconnect them just to be on the safe side. Put something to so you don't end up blowing anything there like dust or dirt or whatever. So at this point I just have to connect this portion. In place, make sure it goes in there nicely, and there we go, secure them. 3, and this little connector right there, it's a little bracket right there, just slide it in. Use my left hand. There you go, right there. And this box right here, the fuse box, goes on top of this bracket on the computer, right there. And before doing that, just make sure this little bracket right here on the back, they snap right there in the. Let me show you. It's kind of hard to see and show you guys. But anyways, there is a bracket right here, 2 brackets right there. So light them up. Popping in. I need to find a 10 because the 10 that I have here, I ended up using it down here because it was missing 1 10 right there. And after that, I'm gonna put this 10 right there holding this bracket right here. So let me go find a 10. So I put a 10. I found a 10, not the prettiest one, but it works, and everything is secure. I put a 10 right here holding the bracket, and last thing, this little clip right here that goes right there holding this. Well, it's not even holding anymore, but it's supposed to hold down right there. Okay, anyways, so at this point I'm pretty much done working on everything on this side. I'm just gonna reroute the serpentine belt, put coolant, yeah, so I'm just gonna go ahead and put the serpentine belt, and then put some coolant, bring the system, and turn on the car to see if that rattle noise from the tensioner went away, which I'm sure it went away already. And so let's see. So I put the cover for the computer. The serpentine belt is on. Since I'm replacing everything new, so then I have to put a new one too as well. And I just got to remove this this little box right here, so then I can have access to the thermostat. I'm gonna replace the thermostat too as well before putting any coolant. In order to get to the thermostat, take out the battery, the tray, this little tray too right here, these clips right there for the fuse box. Just pinch them and just slide it out. There are two right here, the 10 right there, I already took it out, and there are 2 more 10s right down there, 2 10s, and remove this little bracket right here. It was like that, so just pinch and take it out. So this bracket has to come out. So there are 2, 1, 2 on the other side, and 1 more right here in the back. This is another 10 right here, right there, right where my finger is. So 3 10s. After that, pinch and take out this harness, and the bracket should be coming out, so you can have access to the thermostat. So in order to get to the thermostat, you need to remove the bracket right here, this bracket right here, and the battery, of course, and everything that's in the way. This fuse box, just put it on the side. All these connectors right there, you have to like take them out of the little brackets. There's 1, there's 2, there's 3. So this has to go. Those 3 has to go. So in order to get to the 2 volts of the thermostat, so I took 1 already. This one is pretty easy to reach. Put some rags, and so you don't spill like a lot of coolant on your engine bay. So 2 10s. 2 10s right there. So, right there. So this is the thermostat part. It's a Honda OEM. So make sure you check your manual to see what temperature opens thermostat. I think this opens at 170, 70 something. Yeah, I forgot, but anyways, but that's the right one. So here is your thermostat. So I didn't drip so much coolant because I already drained my coolant earlier. There we go. So just make sure a little. Let's see if I can get it in an angle. Yeah, right here. This little where my finger is, there's a little hole right there with the thermostat gasket seals and the little thing right there. That's your thermostat. So here's the new one again. So anyways, let's take this out. Okay, here we go. A little PCO. Okay, let me get a little gray bar. Here is the old thermostat, and it says it opens at 78 degrees Celsius. This one doesn't say on top of it, but I did got the right one. When I bought it, I made sure it has opens at the correct temperature. So this right there. I have to reposition the gasket because this little metal thing was all the way on the bottom, so I just move the gasket around so they can match the little opening here. Put the little groove on the, with the gasket right here, so it can fit right there on the housing. So now it's just a matter of putting it back in place. Okay, thermostat is in. Just snag those two bolts, put back your clamp right there, and attach all those brackets, harnesses on the brackets. One is right here, right there, and there's a bunch of there's one more right there. So just put this thing back and then put coolant, and I should be pretty much done, except to put the shield on the tire and bleed the system, and I should be done pretty soon. After you put your thermostat, put your intake, the clips, connect the battery. You may want to purchase a little kit for bleeding your system, the coolant system. I bought this one right here, and it has a bunch of fittings for different models. See right there. And once you're done, just put this in there and you don't end up spilling anything here. So I'm just gonna go ahead and turn on the engine and bleed the system. Do about 3000 RPMs. Put the heater on full blast, so then, and just keep adding more coolant as you need it, because it's gonna need more than that. Success.
I turn on the engine. So obviously the timing marks are perfect, the engine is running perfect, so I'm very thankful. It's kind of scary to do a timing belt, even though you've done it in the past too. It's always kind of scary. So I'm just gonna finish breathing the coolant system. You see some bubbles are coming out. So everything looks good. Always buy type 2 coolant for Hondas. This becomes already a 50 and 50 already. So I bought a bunch of them. I bought like 3, and I only use 2 and 2.5 probably. So yeah, the little rattle that was in there is no longer anymore. So one of the things happens is that the water pump might leak a little bit for maybe a few seconds. If you see coolant like dripping here somewhere on the bottom, don't freak out, because that's part of the process of the sealing the gasket and the pump. So yeah, so I'm so happy. It took me a long time to do this, but that's what it takes. It takes a lot of patience and a lot of time. So I'm gonna, once the thermostat opens, which it hasn't opened yet, it's gonna take all this coolant. So I'm gonna go ahead and see all some high full blast. I'm just gonna go and do about so when the gauge is on it gets to its temperature, the thermostat should be open. This car has 148,000 miles. I don't think they ever have replaced the timing belt kit in the water pump, so it was about time. Still getting some bubbles out. So I'm just gonna go ahead and finish doing this, and I'll show you guys so the only thing I have to do now is just put the splash shield, the cover, the plastic goes right here under the, and that's pretty much it, and the wheel as well too. So
At this point I'm done, so hopefully I can help out someone out there. I try to record at my best, but it's hard recording and working on the car at the same time. So everything is done. Car it sounds pretty good. There is no more rattle on the tensioner. So the next thing I'm gonna do is gonna do a video about this dash cam recorder. So if you have any questions, guys, let me know. I will be able to help you out. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.